Welcome, senior parents. Thank you so much for coming tonight. We know that there's been some technical difficulties. We're sorry that it's taken a little while to get started. Apparently, we didn't know this, but apparently you have to be on a Chromebook or on your student's account in order to get in. So what we're going to do is record it and send it out to everyone. We don't expect this to take too long. There's just some really important information that we want to go over for the 12th grade families. Let me go ahead and present our presentation. So, presenting to everyone. Okay, I am Dan Sage. I'm one of the assistant principals here at La Sierra High School.
And I'm Alana Kalonix, the activities director.
So today we're going to go over a few different things that are coming up. There's a lot coming up over the next few weeks, and we want to make sure that everyone's aware of that. Finals week, upcoming senior activities, graduation week, and info about graduation day. Really quick, before that we have
Prom. May 6th is prom at Coda Valley Country Club in Coda de Caza. The tickets are on sale now in the activities office. And then, of course, the time is from 7 to 11. If the students would like to bring an outside guest, they need to get that permission slip in as soon as possible. I think that they have to get it in 5 days before prom in order to get it approved by administration.
One thing about that, it ends at 11 o'clock. Coda de Caza is not super close. It's about 45 minutes away. We really, really encourage, if you are picking your student up, please be there on time. We would really like you to be there on time so that we can get home at a decent time that night. It does end at 11 o'clock. Please make sure it's about 45 minutes away. Please make sure you're there on time to pick them up. Cap and gown distributions this year.
That happens on May 11th. If the kids have ordered their cap and gown on time, then the shipment will have theirs in it. It may not be in the first shipment if it was ordered late. There was no guarantee that it would arrive on time. The QR code is on the screen for you to order. That takes you directly to jostens.com to order the cap and gown. They do not need all of the other stuff, the extra tassels. They just need the one tassel, the cap, and the graduation gown.
Please make sure you order as soon as possible if you have not ordered. It's already to the point that it may not get here by May 11th, but we do hope it'll be here before graduation.
Yeah, and they do have the option to borrow as well if they know somebody that graduated in previous years, so they would have the right color.
Yes. Finals and grades. So finals week for seniors is different than the rest of the school. For seniors, it is May 15th through the 19th. Now, May 19th is our Disneyland trip. So there won't be any teachers holding finals that day. But May 19th is the day that teachers are going to submit their final grades. Students who do not pass required classes, we will find out that day that they're not going to be able to walk in graduation the following week. So your student has to have their grades in before then. They have to be working on whatever missing assignment the teachers are willing to accept. They have to be making up tests. They have to be doing everything. Because May 19th, we get the list. After that, there's nothing that can be done for students that are trying to bring their grades up. What will happen is if a student fails 1 or 2 classes that they needed to graduate, they will have to take summer school, and they can graduate after summer school. If they fail more than 2 classes, they will have to do a 5th year, or they can go through a different school in order to get their credits. They won't be able to do it during the summer. But we hope that every single student is able to pass their classes, get their grades up, do what they need to do.
So we have the senior trip to Disneyland. That is on Friday, May 19th. We are hoping to leave by 7 a.m. The buses have not confirmed the pickup time yet, but we will stay until close at midnight. It is $200 with an ASB card. To be very clear, this is not a official grad night event because we did not make it into the grad night event that evening. The ticket covers the admission into Disneyland, and it covers also the bus fee.
when the students get to Disneyland, Disneyland does use metal detectors and it does search bags and things like that as you go in. If a student has something that they're not allowed to have, they will not be allowed into Disneyland, and we're going to ask you to come and pick them up in Anaheim. There's not much we can do at that point. The buses can't take them back. And so please speak with your students. Make sure they do not bring anything that is illegal, anything that they can't have, any sort of contraband into the Disneyland park. They won't be able to. Disneyland will stop them, and you'll have to drive out to Anaheim to pick them up.
On Monday, May 15th at 7 p.m. in the football field, we have our senior sunset. It's kind of the culminating symbolic evening to wind down their official senior year. And if you recall, at the beginning of the year, we had a senior sunrise. Well, this is the sunset. And it'll be a very simple evening, but very enjoyable, very peaceful, very symbolic, very reflective. But we encourage the kids to attend. We know it's their last week of school, and some of them probably have finals that week. So we want to be mindful of that and not take too much of their time, but we really encourage all the kids to attend. We have senior breakfast and awards on Monday, May 22nd at 9 a.m. It is for all seniors to attend. And then we will be recognizing kids that day as well for various awards. Then the A through G, most of the regalia will be handed out that day, but not the A through G regalia.
Families, this is just an event for seniors, so families won't be attending this event. It'll be here on campus.
It should be a pretty special morning. We also have a DJ planned. We're hoping the kids bring their yearbooks, and it'll be a nice morning for the kids to socialize and just get together one last time.
Senior checkout is the very next day, Tuesday. This is when seniors need to bring everything that they have that belongs to the school: laptops, chargers, books, and they will need to pay any fines for things that were damaged or things that they lost over the last 4 years. This is at the library. They will be coming based on the last name at 8:30 through 10:30. This is when they will also pick up their graduation tickets, and those students who are getting their A through G stole will also pick that up. Speaking of graduation tickets, this is what we want to talk about a little bit. Every student receives 10 tickets. We don't have extras. There's not 11 tickets. I'm sorry if you have more family than that. Every student receives 10 tickets and only 10 tickets. The tickets will be on a sheet, and they will each have their own barcode. Once the barcode is scanned getting into graduation, then you can't, like if you tried to make a photocopy of it, you wouldn't be able to scan it again. Each scan works for each student so a student will get a sheet just like this, and it'll have 10 barcodes on it. They can cut them, they can give them out to the families, and once it's scanned, then it won't work anymore. So don't try and make photocopies of it. Don't try and take pictures and send it to other people. Every student only gets 10. Any child that is able to sit on their own does need a ticket. So kids that are 2 and under that will sit on a lap are okay. Anyone older than 2 will need a ticket.
On Wednesday, May 24th, that's the day before graduation, we have one last event planned for the kids. It's a pool party from 10 to 1, and we do have lunch provided for the kids. We do ask that all students remain appropriate, being that it is a pool party. As Mr. Sage has said, he will be selective and send kids home if they need to be sent home if they're not appropriate.
Yeah. We did talk to your students about that. We think that everybody knows what's appropriate for school. Obviously, it's a pool party. You know, people will be there in bathing suits, but please try to keep it as appropriate as possible. Graduation rehearsal the very next day. This is the day of graduation.
The morning of graduation, the students will show up to Norte Vista High School at 10 a.m. for the graduation. Now, what we told the kids is because the graduation ceremony is not done in alphabetical order, they need to be aware of which side of the field they're going to be sitting on so that they can tell you, so you know which side of the stadium to sit on. So that morning, make sure you have a conversation with them so that they are mindful of what exactly to tell you as far as where they are, to the right or to the left of the stage. And then they do not have to remain at school. They do not bring their cap and gown that day. They will go home after graduation practice is over and come back that evening.
Regarding that, your students can come and they can park. This is a map of Norte Vista High School. There are 2 lots next to the stadium. One is going to be used for up here where it says graduation night. During the rehearsal, we can't park there because school is in session. There are students and teachers parking there. So we have to park over here in the visitor parking section or along Tyler Street and then walk in through the visitor parking. That night, both parking lots will be open. There's very limited parking. We encourage you to carpool as much as possible or even Uber to get there so that you don't have to deal with the mess of trying to park and trying to get to your car afterwards. It's going to be very, very, very crowded that night.
And parking is first come, first serve.
And parking is first come, first serve. No reserving spots. Graduation day, another thing to be aware of. For the first time, we are allowing students to decorate their caps. The designs must be pre-approved. It has to lay flat. It can't be sticking up where it's going to block the vision of the people behind it. There can't be anything political or flags or names, positive messages only, and you can leave it blank. You don't have to decorate it. We discussed this at length with the students. If they want to decorate the cap, they have to pick up a form from the activities office where they will sketch out what their design is going to look like. If they choose to do something and don't have it pre-approved, it's possible that we won't allow them to wear it that night. They have to turn it in by senior checkout. They can turn it in at any time to make sure that it's pre-approved at the activities office. Graduation ceremony.
We want the kids to show up. We said 4, right?
4 students have to be there at 4 p.m.
4 p.m. and they will gather in the tennis courts of Norte Vista High School. And then parents, you may come at that time as well, but the gates to let you into the stadium will not open until 5 p.m. So some important facts here is that they will stop you at the gate if you have any signs, if you have any balloons or any horns. And they ask not to, out of respect to everybody, so that no vision is blocked, no balloons are blocking people's vision of watching their own kids cross the stage. There are leis. We do allow leis and other cultural regalia. And there it is about knowing which side your student sits on.
If you want to order leis, we're going to leave this up for about 20 seconds. You can use the QR code. You can pre-order leis, and this is a fundraiser for the school, and they will be available for pickup that night. So you don't have to rush around. You can order them right now and have them ready that night. And they can be delivered. I'm just going to leave it up here for a few seconds.
Yeah, they will be waiting for you at the football field before graduation, where you can just pick them up there.
We are going to be sending these slides out to everyone, so you can also get it from there. And then your students graduate. Congratulations to them. We're so excited. It's only a few weeks away.
And congratulations to you too as parents.
Congratulations to you too. They will then pick up their diplomas the next day, Friday. It'll be split up by time, but you or the student can come and pick up the actual diploma. When they walk up on the stage, they don't get the actual diploma. They pick it up the next day. If somebody else is coming to pick it up for the student, they need to bring ID so that we can verify that you are the family member. We just want to let you know that we are so very happy to be working with your students. Your students are amazing. We have a great group of seniors, and we're so excited for them, and we're so excited to be sharing this with you. Right now, I'm going to check the chat to see if there are any questions. I'm going to leave it open for about 20 seconds to see if there's any questions. We got a whole 13 people here. And I'm really hoping that the recording is working. This call is being transcribed.
We'll have to redo
We'll
it
have
again.
to see. Thank you, everyone, for coming. You can always email us. We really do appreciate you and your families. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stop recording.